and Geneva Tate. They've been married 35 years, and these are their children, Deborah and Monica. This is Art and Ruth Pepperly. They've been married 30 years, and these are their children, Howard, Sandra, Debbie, Kathy, Carlene, and Raymond. This is Al and Pat Blackett. They've been married 34 years, and these are their children, Edie, Susan, and Barb. Today, these three families will be competing to win Mom and Dad a romantic second honeymoon. And now here's the host of Second Honeymoon, Wayne Cox.
Thank you, and welcome to Second Honeymoon, the show that takes a look at three families just like your own to find out how much or how little the kids really know about Mom and Dad. Oh, are we ready to play the game today? Yeah! Well, good luck to everybody. Here's the way we play the game. We're going to ask the children questions about Mom and Dad. Then we're going to ask Mom and Dad the same questions. If their answers agree, they'll earn points. And at the end of the show, the family with the most points will send Mom and Dad on a romantic second honeymoon. What a nice thing to do for Mom and Dad. All righty. Round one concerns Mom. So, Mom and Dad, if you'll put your headsets on, we'll put you in the other room. We'll talk to you a little later. Here is the first question concerning Mom. If one of Mom's friends sent her a stripogram that was being performed by a well-built young man, as he was taking off his clothes, what would your mother do? Would she blush, cover her eyes, but maybe peek, slam the door in his face, or whistle and shout, "Take it all off"? What would Mother Tate do?
Oh, Mother Tate likes a good show, I'd say. But I don't know if she wants to see it all.
She would cover her eyes.
Has she ever been to one of these kind of...
Mm-hmm. We went to, she saw some dancers dance, and they had the string bikini going around. But it was, they were professional jazz dancers, though, but she said she didn't want, nobody wanted to see that. Mm-hmm. She didn't like that too much, so I think it would be the first one.
What would she do then for that? Would she blush, cover her
blush,
eyes?
cheek, cover her eyes, butt peek.
Butt peek a bit. Okay. Well, the Pepperleys are here. Welcome, Pepperleys.
Well, Wayne?
Yes.
We've actually had this happen to us before.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
My shower, and it was at my house. They threw me out of my own house because they had a stripper coming.
No.
And she shouted until...
Not only were they shouting, "Take it all off," they had them sitting on their knee.
No! I am shocked.
Yeah.
Debbie was painting him with oil.
Yeah.
Sparklies and everything, Wayne.
And if you'd like to send in, we do have some snapshots for you people at home. Just send care of the Pepperleys, Second Honeymoon.
The divorce will be coming
No
soon,
doubt about
I guess.
it. Whistle, shout, take it all off.
Take it all off.
For sure.
All right, there you go. Thank you. Blacketts, what would Mom do?
Oh, she likes a good show, and whenever we're watching TV,
She's conservative, though.
I know, but whenever we're watching TV and there's male dancers on, she'll always go, "Oh, that's disgusting, but she'll watch."
But she likes to look.
She'll watch. All right,
I don't know if she'd shout, "Take it all off," but I think she'd kind of peek, you know.
She'd peek. Blush and peek.
Yeah.
Blush and peek.
Blush, cover her eyes, and peek.
Yeah.
Would
Gotcha.
peek. Yeah.
Next question for Mom. You're at the store with Mom when a clerk adds up the bill incorrectly and undercharges Mom a few dollars. Now, knowing Mom the way you do, what would your mom do? Point out the error to the clerk, say nothing and shush you if you try to say anything, or buy something else with the money she saved? How would conservative Mom deal with this?
Mom's too honest, very honest. In fact, it's happened to Mom where she's gone back and she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, you've made a mistake. I owe you some money."
Because every time she goes shopping, she'll always have the receipt out. And when she's putting the groceries away, she's checking.
She checks all
every
the bills. So she's too honest.
She'd go back.
Yeah,
Point it out to the clerk?
Yes.
All righty, we'll point it out. Pepperleys. Now, she really must look at the bill, especially groceries with this bunch.
Well, with a family this size, if the clerk was to make an error, you can't afford to be saying anything to her.
No, you have to do everything to save money.
Yeah, you gotta pinch your pennies where it counts,
buy
right?
something with the money that
she wouldn't.
She'd
out of the store.
No way.
Say nothing
I know.
just to try
She'd be
to
putting
say
muzzles on
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Just say nothing and she'd put tape on her mouth.
She'd run.
No.
And she'd say nothing?
She wouldn't.
Say nothing. And
Say nothing. There you go. Now, how about the Tates?
I would say she's very honest.
Yeah.
And she's very conscientious. She has a built-in calculator in her mind, so when it comes to money and spending money. So I think she would pretty much be really aware and let the clerk know that he made a mistake.
Yeah, if it was a big mistake, I think she would.
All right.
If it was just a few cents, she probably wouldn't.
Honesty's the best policy.
Yeah.
All right, point it out to the clerk. All the answers are locked in. We'll get Mom's side of the story when Second Honeymoon continues after this break.
Now back to Second Honeymoon and Wayne Cox.
Yes, thank you, Doc Harris. Our family's been brought back together, and Moms, we're going to put some points up on the board. Let's hope, because that Second Honeymoon is up for grabs. Here's the first question, 20 points for a match. If one of your friends sent you a stripogram that was being performed by a well-built young man, as he was taking off his clothes, Mom, what would you do? Would you just slam the door in his face? Would you whistle and shout, "Take it all off"? Or would you blush, cover your eyes, but peek? Geneva?
I think I would probably blush, cover my eyes, but peek.
Maybe sort of like you did with that jazz dancer in the string bikini thing?
That's right.
Kind of like that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that a little bit of fun, Geneva?
I could say it was.
Yeah, a little bit of fun. So there was a little bit of peeking going on there, was there?
Yeah.
The kids said that you would cover your eyes, but peek. Sure, 20 points. All right, Ruth. 20 points up for grabs here.
This is like reliving my life again, because
No.
this actually happened at my
No.
oldest daughter's wedding shower. I ordered a stripogram.
You ordered it?
Yeah.
Oh, well done there, Ruth.
Myself and a friend.
Which daughter was this again?
Debbie.
Debbie, yes, of course.
And I had front row seat, and I just whistle and shout, "Take it all off."
Well, Ruth, start whistling right now, because the kids said you'd whistle. Shout, "Take it all off." 20 points. All right, Pat?
I haven't had the opportunity of having a gram like that.
Well, I'm sure you're looking forward to one, though, are you, Pat?
Oh, yes. I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
So I think I'd whistle and shout and say, "Take it off."
Whistle and shout. Pat, the kids said you'd blush, cover your eyes, and peek. Let that be a lesson, kids. Put that down on the Christmas gift list. All right, here's your next question, Mom. For 40 points, the kids are at the store with you when a clerk adds up the bill incorrectly and undercharges you by a few dollars. Mom, what would you do? Would you buy something else with the money you saved? Would you point out the error to the clerk? Or say nothing and shush the kids if they try and say anything? You're being undercharged this time, Pat.
Oh, boy, that's pretty tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough when you save money like that.
Yeah. Oh, I've always taught the kids to be honest about things. I think I'd point the error out to the clerk.
Honesty's the best policy?
I think I would, yeah.
Yeah, point it out to the clerk for 40 points. You know what the kids said? Point it out to the clerk. 40 points, Pat. Ruth.
This has actually never happened, but if it did,
Yeah, you're hoping it would.
I
huh?
would get them out of that store like this herd. I'd get them out so fast, I'd say nothing.
Say nothing?
Nothing, and shush
Not a
the
word?
kids. Not a
No?
word.
You know what the kids said? You'd say nothing. 40 points. Geneva.
Well, this sort of did happen to me once.
Uh-huh.
And I tell you the truth, I was counting the error as being the other way, and I did point it out to the clerk.
Oh, you pointed it out to them? Would you do the same thing again?
Yes.
You'd point it out to the
point it
clerk?
out.
The kids said that you would point it out to the clerk for 40 points. Time for round two. Round two concerns Dad. So, Mom and Dad, if you'll again put your headsets on, we'll wave goodbye for now. Talk to you in a minute. All right, these questions concern Dad. If Mom and Dad suddenly found themselves stuck 32 flights up in an empty elevator, what would Dad do? Would he complain about the lousy music? Would he panic? Or would he make a pass at Mom? What do you think he would do?
This is an easy one. Because my dad happens to be very, very articulate.
Yes.
And very, very meticulous. And so any slightest thing that might go wrong, he's very keen to it, and he wants to correct the problem, or else he's very anxious about it. So I would say he would panic.
But then again, it might be a good chance to be romantic.
Is he a romantic kind of guy?
No.
Well, what, you complain? When he complains?
He shows his romance in a subtle way.
But he's a
By
reserved,
panicking, yeah.
reserved kind of person, though. I don't know if he would panic.
I think he would panic. He would panic at the fact that the elevator had stopped. And this happened to us before on vacation, and you were not there. So I would say that panic.
Panic?
I would say would panic. I am the captain.
You think he would panic?
He would not get romantic. Use that as an option.
Can we put you down for a panic?
Okay, panic.
Let's panic and move on. All right. Flefferles.
Well, Wayne, Dad's been a heavy-duty mechanic all of his life, so first thing he'd probably do is complain about the lousy mechanic that was looking after him. Yeah. He wouldn't panic. He's got no.
Yeah, Mom would freak out. Not with him any chance to get romantic.
She wouldn't be panicking. Kids, so I can't see him wanting to make a pass and have possibility of a seven.
Or more.
He'd probably complain about lousy music.
Yeah. We're in agreement?
Yeah.
Complaining about the lousy music. There's Dad up there. What would Dad do?
Dad would say a few things that you can't say on television to start with. That would be the very first thing he would do.
He's not a panicky type. No, he's not, really.
I think he's pretty level-headed.
Is he romantic at all?
But he complains.
No, he's not.
He's a complainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's romantic when we're not around, but who knows? He's got 5 kids.
Well, that's pretty romantic when you get down to that, yeah.
But he is a complainer.
But he'd be worried about the situation, I think, so he wouldn't be romantic if he's worried.
But he would complain about the music.
He'd complain.
Instead of panicking. Yeah. Yes, complain about the music.
All righty, we got you. Complain about the music. Next question concerning Dad. A very thoughtful dinner guest has brought Dad a bottle of wine that Dad knows costs well over $100. Knowing the kind of guy that your dad is, what would Dad do? Would he serve it during the meal for all to enjoy? Would he return it to the store and try and get the cash for it? Would he just leave it in the wine rack to impress other people? There's a $100 bottle of wine here.
Well, Dad's not much of a wine drinker, is he?
No, but if somebody else brought it for dinner,
they brought it.
Serve it. You know, if somebody, he wouldn't want to really embarrass them by not serving it, I think.
Serve it to everybody.
Yeah. I think he would. If someone else brought it, he would serve it.
Good. All right. Serve it during the meal for everybody to enjoy. Good. $100 bottle of wine. Whoa, I guess, around this family you'd vote this much.
We'd need 6 at our house. So.
Yeah. He's not going to collect wine.
6 kids, he's not cheap.
So yeah, he does collect wine,
he collects wine.
But I think if somebody else...
He'd like to leave it in the rack, but he'd
But if somebody else brought it
serve
for dinner and it was meant to be bottled wine for dinner, I think he'd serve it.
Yeah? Raymond, you say he's got a bit of a wine rack there? Two.
Raymond's tried to break the locks on.
Okay, but he's serving it anyway, huh? Okay.
I don't know, Wayne, when my sister came back from Kenya with a lot of good liquor, it seemingly disappeared.
Oh.
And we didn't know where it was. He didn't serve it.
What do you think happened to it?
Dad, what happened to it? And he said, oh, I don't know. We never saw it
And you
again.
accepted that, Monica.
But because Dad is very, he wants to make everybody feel at home, comfortable. He wants to share.
Sure.
I don't think he would withhold it if someone wanted some wine. I think he would offer it to the company. I think he would offer it to everybody.
I guess maybe if it wasn't someone in the family that brought it.
No, this is a friend coming over for dinner.
Friend.
Yeah.
He would offer it for anyone who wanted to drink it.
Good. Serve it around for everyone to enjoy. We'll serve up some wine and other things and get Dad's side of the story when Second Honeymoon continues after this break.
Second Honeymoon and Wayne Cox.
Welcome back. Our families are back together one more time. And Dads, we have some very interesting questions to ask you and big points to put up on the board, too. Here is your first question, Dad. A match will give you 60 points. Dad, if you and Mom found yourselves stuck 32 flights up in an empty elevator, what would you do? Would you complain about the lousy music? Would you make a pass at Mom? Or would you panic? Eddie?
I would take a pass at Mom.
Yeah, romance at 32 stories.
Yes,
yeah.
right.
Just like that,
Yeah,
Eddie.
just like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
You ever been stuck in an elevator before?
well, I have been, but not with her.
Huh?
I've been stuck in an elevator, but not with my wife. And
What happened then,
that was
Eddie?
Geneva.
Yeah, I guess you complained about the music then, did you, Eddie?
Well, almost, undecided as to just what to do because the elevator was stuck, you know, between 10 or 12 floors.
But if Mom was there, it'd be romance.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
the
I
kid
would say,
said
hello,
that...
Mom.
What'd the kid say? You panicked. Oh, no panic there, Eddie. No points either. Art?
Well, I'm not much of a music lover. And I'm just going for my pilot's license, so height don't bother me.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd make a pass at the old lady.
We're talking of Ruth here, are we, Art? Yes, of course. Well, Art, the kid said you would complain about the music. Oh, what a guy. All right. Al?
Yeah.
What would you do?
Well, I've been, it's been said that I'm a complainer. I complain about everything.
Oh.
They say it's one of these guys with a black cloud over his head. Everywhere he goes, you know, everything's wrong. But
Yeah.
I'd have to say I would complain about the lousy music.
You would? Well, the kid said that you would complain about that lousy music, Al. All right. All right, a match on this question, Dad, will get you 80 points. Dad, a very thoughtful dinner guest has brought you a bottle of wine that you know cost well over $100. What would you do, Dad? Would you serve it during the meal for everybody to enjoy? Would you just leave it in the wine rack to impress people that come over to the house? Or would you return it to the store and try and get the cash for that $100 bottle? No complaints from you, Al. This is a $100 bottle of wine.
Yeah. We don't drink wine that much during the meal, but if someone was good enough to bring it to me, as much it would break my heart. I think it would be my duty and as a host to break it open and serve it during the meal.
The kid said that you would serve it during the meal. 80 points. Okay, Art.
I don't really know what I'd do. I'd like to leave it in the rack, I guess, to impress people, but being the sucker I am, I'd probably open it and serve it during the meal for everybody to enjoy.
Yeah, you'd need a couple of bottles for this crowd, wouldn't you? Yeah, well, Art, the kid said that you would do just that for 80 points. All right, Eddie.
Well, Wayne, I don't know. You have asked me another toughie. But
Yeah.
the
Well, I
thing
could ask
is...
you what happened to the missing liquor from Kenya. I could always ask you that, Eddie. Well, that's another story, Eddie. We'll let you off on that one, Eddie.
Well, the thing that I would do, since everybody was there and they were nice enough to give me the bottle of wine, no matter what it cost, I think I would serve it for everybody to enjoy.
Attaboy, Eddie. The kid said that you would serve it during the meal for 80 points. Well done. Well, now it's time to play our final round of Second Honeymoon. We're going to ask Mom, Dad, and just two of the children a question about the family. And this time they'll write down their answers. Each correct match will be worth 100 points. So families, this question will determine who's going to take that fabulous second honeymoon trip. Here is the question. The last time the whole family got together, what will Mom say you spent most of the time doing? Think about that while we take this commercial break.
Now here's more of Second Honeymoon with Wayne Cox.
Thank you, Doc Harris. While we're in a commercial break, we had our contestants isolated off stage to write down the answer to our final question here on Second Honeymoon. We're going to ask the families to match Mom. Each correct match wins 100 points. A perfect match, of course, would be 300 points. Again, here is the question we asked. The last time the whole family got together, what will Mom say you spent most of the time doing? Let's start with the Pfefferle family. Ruth, what did you spend your time doing?
Argued about politics.
Argued about politics. Art, for 100 points, can you match it?
Argued politics.
Argued politics, 240 points for the Pfefferles. Howard, can you match Mom?
Argued politics.
Argued politics, 340 points. Okay, Kathy, arguing about politics, 440 points. All righty, let's go to the Blacketts. You have 180 points. You were watching TV. All right, Al, can you match that?
Eating dinner.
Eating dinner. I'm sorry. Barb, can you put 100 points?
Eating.
No, it's not a match. Eating.
Eating.
Eating. It's not a match with Mom. I'm awfully sorry. All right, let's go to the Tates. You have 140 points. What do you think it was, Geneva?
Discussing the stock market.
The stock market, all right. Eddie, for 100 points? The stock market, 240 points. All right. Monica, can you match your mother's answer?
Talking about the stock market.
Talking the stock market, 340 points. All right, Deborah, if you match your mom's answer, we've got a tie on our hands. Deborah, what did you say?
Eating.
No, the Pepperles are today's second honeymoon winners. Congratulations, Art and Ruth. We know that 30 years ago, on your first honeymoon, it came to an abrupt end. It ended before it began because Art slipped on some ice, fell, and he broke his arm. Well, that's all behind you now because we're sending you on that long-awaited honeymoon on a fabulous Caribbean cruise.
Art and Ruth, your romantic second honeymoon begins when we jet you to Florida, where you'll board your Holland America luxury liner. You'll explore lush blue lagoons and the fabled white sand beaches of the Caribbean. In the islands of paradise, your ports of call include Nassau in the Bahamas with its colorful mix of old and new, Grand Cayman, home of duty-free bargains and some of the best coral reef snorkeling in the world, and beautiful St. Thomas, playground of the Caribbean, and much, much more. This fabulous Caribbean cruise is yours to enjoy, all compliments of Second Honeymoon.
Congratulations to the Pepperles. Thanks to all our families. I'm Wayne Cox. Join us again next time when we see just how well children know their parents on Second Honeymoon. See you then.
Tonight, Lillian proves to Eric in an enchanting way that honesty isn't always the best policy on the Charmings. And then, Faye and Greg come to you live from the Pickering Recreation Complex on this week's Ontario Draw. Global's got them tonight beginning at 8.
For Second Honeymoon, a Martindale Gildan production.